Okay, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. Okay, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shai. All praise unto Yahweh Shemi Al Shai, Wahar Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Honest you brothers to be pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a video dealing with the flavor of the week, which is basically that our enemies have to get the judgment for what they did to us. Okay, they're going to receive the judgment for it. Okay, they're not going to run away from it. The scriptures talk about how it is a righteous thing to recompense them that trouble you. Okay, that's righteousness to the Lord. But see, this ain't going to be some militia type thing like the Black Panthers. Okay, really the Lord's going to be the one that's going to liberate us and give us power over our enemies. Because when we're dealing with America being the principle, or rather more the place where a lot of Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans have caught a lot of hell. Okay, they was in hardcore slavery pursuant to the prophecies. Okay, then if you're talking about judgment for that place and how the black people or Hispanic people were gonna get their own back on so-called white people, if you will, then that's really not gonna happen like that. What's actually gonna happen is the Lord's gonna have mercy upon his people, the Israelites, the elect of his people, and he's the one that's gonna liberate them. We're not gonna be in a situation when we put together a military or this, that, and the third, but rather the Lord giving us the spiritual power, and he's gonna give it to us in his own time. Okay, up until that point, okay, we just continue to teach the word. Okay, so this is within the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. It says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." Okay, so when the Lord was gonna, this is talking about the end times. Okay, when the Lord was gonna he was gonna bring again. Okay, he's gonna take us out of slavery. Okay, because this is slavery. Okay, we are in captivity. Okay, in the situation that we're in right now, this is slavery. Okay. When the Lord was going to take us back into our own land, he says he was also going to gather all the nations and he'll bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and he will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered amongst the nations and parted my land. So as the Lord is gathering these nations out there in the river Euphrates, okay, to wage World War III, WW3, okay, he is also gathering his people by way of this word going out there on the internet, on the web, okay, and in so gathering his people that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. We know that we're about to have it to where these people are gonna be are gonna get their judgment, man. They're gonna become our slaves. Okay, so it says there. So let me carry on to the point that I want. Okay, and the children of Judah and Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, okay? Because they sold us into captivity. We're going to be dealing with some images there, dealing with that. And it says, this is the 8th verse, and this is really the point of my video, okay? It says, I will sell your sons, okay? Really, behold, I'll raise them out of that place, so America, and whither we may be scattered, whither ye have sold them, and I'll return the recompense unto your own head. So the Lord's going to return that cup of slavery back unto them. And you might think this is an Old Testament type thing. We're going to see it within the book of Revelations, how that this ain't dealing with no concept, okay, that's beyond the realms of the time that we're living in now. We're living in Bible times, okay, and this is a prophecy that hasn't come to pass yet, okay. So it says there, and I'll sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians and to the people who are far off. So these Edomites that have had us in captivity, they're going into captivity. Okay, they're going to be slaves too. So let's go to the book of Revelations. This is the last book of the Bible, and let's see what it says. Okay, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into slavery shall go into slavery. Okay, he that killeth with the sword, and you got these people out here killing all kinds of people by way of the ICBM missile. Okay, all kind of killing. Okay, they're gonna get the death. They're gonna get put to death too. Okay, here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Okay, so now let's go into these images here. You got you got it to where a lot of Jakes, they like to put this in the background and forget their history. Okay, this is if you had it to where some law was passed out there, okay, like back in the days, okay, declaring all white people superior to Negroes, man, we'll go back right onto the position that you was before. And what's gonna happen is, as you see these race riots, okay, spew out even more, okay, as we get closer to the return of the Lord, you're gonna see more and more brutality against you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, they have it to where they have you believing that stuff is just out there in the history, and it's forgotten about. Okay, that's gonna come back in a big way. A lot of the scriptures talk about race riots, civil unrest, sedition among people. That's within the book of 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter. Okay, but ultimately, what's gonna happen is the Lord's gonna return all of that hate. Okay, all of those whips, okay, those chains. Okay, the all of the hurt that Jake got, he's gonna return it upon the people who did it. Okay, let's go to this precept right here, the book of Isaiah, the 14th chapter, and the second verse. This is, the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord. So when the house of Israel go back unto the land of the Lord, we're gonna have slaves, man. Okay, there's gonna be slaves within the kingdom of heaven. That's why it's gonna be like a kingdom of heaven. That's how we know that this is Esau's heaven right now. Okay, for the servants of the Lord, okay, shall take them servants and handmaids shall take them captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Okay, so this is gonna be Edomites. Okay, right, pretty soon they're gonna be the ones with the chains and the whips. Okay, they got the skin peeling off of them. You Jakes out there, man. Okay, you like to forget about this. Okay, this is an important part of your history. You should be looking at this and marveling. Why would the God of heaven, okay, put you in a situation like this? And that's how you know a lot of these people out there within the Christian church is bugged out, because after these events, okay, they want to be coming together and coming together, okay, and pretty much holding hands. But hold on a minute. Okay, when you had it to where they were saying Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, and you had terrorists, a so-called bombing the World Trade Center, what happened, man? Okay, they wanted to get retribution off of that. But if they killed 3 billion Israelites, okay, or however many people were killed during the times of slavery, ain't nobody gonna catch a L off of that. And what's even crazier about it, you got the descendants of all of those slave masters that are hella rich, and they look down upon you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, as if to say you didn't have no part within the wealth that they've gotten. Okay, but see, the Most High is gonna have it to where that all of that hurt is gonna be returned unto their own hurt. Head, in fact, the scripture says, "Surely they shall drink, and they shall drink of the dregs of it." Man, okay, you see that, man? Okay. That's your history, you Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, this is where you was coming from, man. Okay, making hella money for these guys, and they even treat you right. Okay, so we ain't gonna treat them right. And thus saith the scriptures. We read that within the Bible. Okay, we read it within the scriptures. Okay, big black nigger. Okay, serving as if he's some kind of worm. Okay, these Edomites. Okay, but guess what, man? Okay, the Lord's gonna do a new thing. He's gonna return it back onto their own head. Okay, he's gonna balance the scales of justice. Okay, that's why the Most High. That's why the scriptures is a good news. Okay, because you might be asleep to the fact that you went through all of this judgment and that. Okay, you might be thinking you might be thinking you're equal to these people. That's not how they look at you, man. They look at you the same niggas. When they look at you niggas, man, you might go out there on a job interview or something. Okay, you might be out there on so-called working with these people. They ain't looking at you like you're equal. Why'd you want to be equal? They had you in slavery. Why'd you want to be equal all of a sudden, man? Okay, because you've been subverted. That's why you want to be equal. You know that you can't have the upper hand. You know you can't take judgment. So the only way, the only compromise is to be equal. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. You Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, know that you can't get your own back on these people. Okay, you know that you know that there's no way that you're gonna go against Esau and you're gonna win. Okay, so the only what's known as a compromise, the only compromise that you can do is to be equal unto them. Okay, but I'm here to tell you that this Lord ain't dealing with no equality, man. You go to the book of Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter and the 6th verse. What does it say? It says that the Most High has created the Israelites, okay, and he shall set them above all the other people upon the face of the earth. Okay, we were supposed to be above all of these people, and now we're their slaves. But the Most High is coming back. Okay, he's sending his son to come back, and he's gonna put the things right back in their order. And he ain't just gonna have it to where things go back in their order. We're gonna have to get our own back on these people, man. Okay, and we're gonna do it in the Lord's time. Okay, so it says Revelations 2:25. It says, "But that which you have already hold fast until I come," which is the word. You got cats out there, they get bugged out. Okay, because they're gonna push the word. That's how you know these niggas is subvert, man. Like, if you're in a kingdom kind of mindset, you're going to be looking to have it to where this thing gets moving. Excuse me. You're going to have it to where you're pushing this word, hastening the day. Okay, so when the Lord comes back, you're going to be in a good position to what? To get your own back on your enemies, man. You know you can't get no wins out here, man, unless you do something illegal. Okay? Unless you do something that you got to, you can't expose out there. You got a lot of these Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans selling their ass. Okay, so they can get money out here. Okay, there ain't no thing that the Most High is gonna uphold, man. The Lord, when he comes back, he's gonna destroy you. So you might as well push this word. Okay, and you got the guys that are on a lower level than that. Okay, just working government job or whatever, and they can't even do 2-3 videos a week. Okay, you Negroes are subvert, man. You gotta remember where you came from, and you gotta remember where you're going. Okay, should you be of the Most High's elect, and you gotta do work. Okay, in accordance to remember that, so the Most High could give you the actual reward. Some goddamn compromise. Okay, so it says there, "He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, okay, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron." This is the book of Revelations, man. Okay, how comes the pastors in the churches don't teach you this? Because they want to keep you in that state of being asleep, man. Okay, because you being asleep means that you don't get your link back. Okay, shall rule them with a rod of iron. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken, even as I have received of my Father. Okay, that must say, "Oh, praise unto Yahweh Shim Yahushai Wahara Kakadash." Okay, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Praise, honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers that be pushing the truth in sincerity. Shalom.